Hello students, welcome once more to online video class for class 8 computer studies. In the previous video we had discussed about the networks. Today in the same chapter we will discuss about intranet and network communication channels. Intranet is different from internet. That we will discuss today. What is the difference? So what are the different network communication channels? That is also our agenda. Network communication channels means through which medium our data can transfer from one computer to another network in a network of many computers. So we have two types of networking technology through which data transfers: wired technology and wireless technology. In case of wired network, when computers are connected with wires, which type of wires are used? Means cables are used. We will study what is coaxial cable, what is twisted pair cable, and what is optical fiber cable. These three types of cables are used in wired technology. In case of wireless technology, where computers are connected with each other without any cables or wires. So in that case, we can have microwave, radio wave, satellite, infrared, laser, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So starting the first topic, what is intranet? All of you are familiar with the internet. Internet is an interconnection of different types of computers all over the world to share information. But intranet is different from internet. Intranet is a network that exists exclusively within an organization, and that is based on internet technology. Internet works on the principle of internet, but actually it is not an internet. With internet, all the computers of the world are connected with each other, but in case of intranet, only some computers which belong to a particular organization or office, they are connected with each other to share the information and resources among themselves. For example, suppose we have one company. That company has different offices in the same city, or that company can have offices in different cities. Suppose there are 50 offices of a company, and the company want that all the offices should be interconnected with each other to share information and resources, and they don't want to disclose their information to the outside world, so they want to share only within that organization. In that case, they form intranet. So intranet works only within an organization to connect the computers in that organization. It delivers an organization's informational resources to each member's desktop quickly and inexpensively, but protects the information from unauthorized access. Since the computers are not connected with outside world, so nobody can hack the systems. That is the security in internet. It can have thousands of users across many locations and still be private. It is thought of as internal restricted access network. So I think internet will be clear to you. Don't confuse intranet with internet. Now network communication channels. We have already discussed when computers are connected with each other to share the information and resources. It is known as network of computers. Now how the computers are connected with each other? What is the medium through which data transfers from one computer to another computer? So the medium through which data transfers is known as network communication channel. By transmission media or communication channel of network, it is meant that connecting cables or connecting media are being talked about. The cables that connect two or more workstations are the communication channels. Here workstation means the particular computer which is the part of a network is known as host or client. But if a computer is not connected with the computer network, it is known as stand-alone computer. So whenever this word is used, workstation, host or client, it means that computer is the part of a computer network. So in local area network, which is a small network, many different types of media are in use. We can group the communication media in two categories: guided media and unguided media. Guided media includes the cables and unguided media includes wireless technology through which data transfers through waves, water or vacuum. The basic types of cables we will discuss today in the guided media, and in unguided media what are the other technologies like microwave, radio wave and satellite. That is our agenda today. So starting with the wireless networking technology, that is wired medium or wired communication channel. Wired networking technology refers to the wired transmission of media. It is also known as guided transmission media. It uses cabling system that guides the data signals along a specific path. The data signals are bound by the cabling system. Guided media is also known as bound media or wired media. There are three types of cables used in the guided media: twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and optical fiber cable. So first one, what is twisted pair cable? In the figure you can see the most common form of wiring in data communication application is twisted pair cable. In a twisted pair cable, wires are twisted together in pairs, like you can see in the figure. Now in coaxial cable, you would have seen the cable network in your home. Through the cable you are watching TV channels. So the wire or cable that is used in cable network, that is a type of coaxial cable. This type of cable consists of a solid wire core in the center or in the middle. It is surrounded by one or more foil or wire shield, each separated by some kind of plastic insulator. The inner core carries the signal and the shield provides the ground. The coaxial cable has high electrical properties and is suitable for high speed communication. While it is less popular than twisted pair cable, it is widely used for television signals. So in most of the cables you will find coaxial cable are used by cable operators to distribute TV channels. But in maximum cases, when computers are connected with each other, twisted pair cable is used. Now the third category is optical fiber cable. See, optical fiber cable is very provides very fast communication or data transfer, but it is costly than other two types of cabling systems. Optical fiber consists of thin glass fiber that can carry information at frequencies in the visible light spectrum and beyond. The typical optical fiber consists of a very narrow strand of glass called the core. Around the core is a concentric layer of glass called the cladding. Coating the cladding is a protective coating consisting of plastic. It is called jacket or sheath. So in case of very high speed broadband internet, companies use optical fiber cable. Its cost is more, but it has advantage of very high speed of internet. So these are the three types of cables which are used in transmission media in wire technology. Now in case of wireless networking technology, that is also known as unguided transmission media, it consists of a means for the data signals to travel but nothing to guide them along a specific path. The data signals are not bound to a cabling media and as such are often called unbounded media. Now the first type of wireless media is long distance wireless media and the second type is short distance wireless media. So with the name itself it is clear that in long distance wireless media our objective is to transfer the data through a long distance. So long distance wireless communication media include microwave, radio wave and satellite. So in case of microwave signals are used to transmit data without the use of cable, similar to that of radio and television signals, but at different frequency range. It is line of sight transmission, which means the signals travels in the straight line free of material obstacles. This is the disadvantage of microwave. When signals transfer from source and when it reaches to the destination, there should not be any obstacle like a building or a tree. Otherwise, signals will not reach the destination. This is the reason when microwave is installed, very big tower is used so that in between source and destination there is no obstacle of buildings or trees or any other material. Now the radio wave technology, the transmission making use of radio frequencies is termed as radio wave transmission. Radio frequencies are in the range of 300 kilohertz to 10 gigahertz. Now third one is the satellite communication. In satellite communication, the earth station consists of a satellite dish. Here also we have a source and destination. From the source, which can be at any place on the earth, there will be a dish antenna. Through that dish antenna, the signals or data is transferred in the sky. The direction of the dish antenna will be towards the sky. Now in the sky there will be one satellite which will be already placed. You would have heard about the satellite. So they remain in the space, and when the signals are transferred from the earth station, means transmission center, from there it reaches to the satellite with the use of dish antennas. Now from the satellite The same signals after receiving, it is again transferred towards the earth. But towards the earth, it is transferred to the another earth station, or you can say to the clients. Like when we are using dish, dish antennas to receive the TV channels. So first, TV channels are broadcasted from the source. It can be any place on the earth. Then it reaches to the satellite. Now from the satellite, it is transmitted for the users. Now users are again using their own dish antennas installed on their terrace to receive the signals. So that is the whole technology of satellite. These three, radio wave, satellite and microwave, they are used for long distance data transmission. But in case of short distance data transmission, we have other types of media like infrared, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. So now we are going to discuss about them. The short distance wireless media can support transmission within a range covering a few meters up to few miles or kilometers. So first one is infrared. This type of transmission uses infrared light to send data. You would have seen your remote control. Every day you are using your remote control to switch on the TV, to change the channels, to increase or decrease the volume of the TV. So your remote sends infrared signals. When you press any button from the remote, that signals are received by your sensor of your TV. And between your remote and TV sensor, there should not be any obstacle, because infrared technology also travels in the straight line. So if there is any obstacle in between, then there will be disturbance, it will not work. Now example of infrared you have seen, your TV remote. Some other examples of infrared technologies are automatic garage doors, wireless speakers. Now the infrared transmission is considered to be a secure one. It covers a range up to 10 meters. Now second type of wireless technology is laser. The laser transmission requires the use of laser transmitter and a photosensitive receiver at each end. The laser transmission is point to point transmission, typically between buildings. But lasers have a certain disadvantage, which is laser transmission can be adversely affected by weather. Bluetooth you have used quite often using your mobile phone or Bluetooth speaker. So you are quite familiar with the Bluetooth. It is a telecommunication industry specification, because in most of the cases it is used by mobile phones, laptops and these gadgets. That describes how mobile phones, computers and personal digital assistants PDAs can be easily interconnected using a short range wireless connection. Bluetooth technology uses a special radio frequency to exchange data wirelessly over short distance up to 10 to 12 meters. You would have noticed in your home when you are using Bluetooth technology to share data from one mobile to another mobile, or when we are using Bluetooth speaker to play sound or video. Then range is very important. When the speaker and your mobile phone is within the range of 10 meters, it will work. When it increases the range, then it will not work. So that is the drawback. It can work only within short range. Now Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi refers to wireless fidelity, which lets you connect to the internet without a direct line from your PC to the internet service provider. The range is however limited up to 60 meters. For Wi-Fi to work, you need a broadband connection, a wireless router which relays your internet connection from the wall, that is also known as internet service provider, to your personal computers, laptop or desktop with a wireless internet card or external wireless adapter is required. Now this chapter ends today. In the next video, I will provide the exercise questions of this chapter. So till then, revise this chapter. Take care. Thank you.